Hello students, the next topic that I'm going to teach in web technology is HTML. So in the previous lecture, I have already discussed about what is web technology, what are the different web terminologies that we are using in web technology, and how web technology has evolved in the recent years. In the previous lecture, I have discussed about World Wide Web, W3C Consortium, Internet, Telnet, FTP, email, and many more. Among them, there was a topic of web pages, and collection of different web pages. Collection of web pages can be said as a website. All the information we get from a website in the internet. So, how these web pages are created? The question comes: how web pages are created? To create a web page, we need various scripting languages, and one of the most important language that we use to create a web page is HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language. Today we will learn about HTML. Okay, so few important things that you must keep in mind about HTML. First of all, we say that HTML is a client-side scripting language. Client-side scripting language, it means that when a user requests to a server, the server responses, and all those things run specifically on a browser. Anything that runs on a browser, on your web browser, is called as client-side scripting language. So, HTML is basically said as it is a client-side scripting language. It is not at all a server-side scripting language. Second thing, HTML is basically used to create static web pages. All the web pages are, as I have said, all the web pages are created using some language or some of the scripting language. So HTML is used to create static web pages. Next thing is that HTML, we can't say HTML as a programming language. We can say HTML as a markup language. Okay. Now next thing about HTML. Few more things we'll learn about HTML. It is most widely used to write web pages. Again, the same thing that HTML is used to write. It is a language that is used to write a web page. Somewhere in the history we can say it was basically created by Tim Berners-Lee, and it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now, if we are saying about HTML, it is said as Hypertext Markup Language. Now, what is hyper means? Hyper means if one document is linked with the another document. Linking of different web pages can be said as hypertext. Hyper and text means the data. So hypertext means when there are various web pages and these all web pages are linked with one another. So that we can combine all these web pages and create a website. So hypertext means that the document contains various links and it will allow you to link each other. Okay. Next thing is markup language. Okay. Markup means that markup, we can say markup as it is set of predefined tags. As we have already known that it is markup means we have set of predefined tags, and with the help of these predefined tags we will generate our language. We will write our programs and then we will run it. Okay. Language, it is just a language in which we will write. Okay. So basically we can say HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hyper means the word hyper denotes that the document contains link, and these links will help you to various web pages will be created, and with the help of hyper, with the help of linking, we can link all these web pages. Markup, we can say as a markup that we have different in the markup we have set of predefined tags, and HTML is fully dependent on these predefined tags. With the help of these predefined tags we will be generating our web page. Okay. So if anyone asks you what is HTML, so you can say HTML is Hypertext Markup Language, and it stands hypertext means it is used to link one page to another. Markup means there are various predefined tags and it will help, and with the help of these tags we will be able to write our programs. Okay. And it is a client side scripting language, and of course it is not a programming language, it is a markup language. and it is used to create web pages. Okay, so make sure for all this. Next, if I'm saying basis, now we are moving somewhere to the programming part of how HTML can be created and how we'll write HTML programs and how we'll run. Okay, so now listen. To create an HTML program, there are two most important things, and with the help of these two important things, the whole HTML is dependent. As I have said, it is a markup language, and markup language includes all the tags. So if we are now we can say HTML, the basic of HTML is dependent on two things. One is tags and the other is attributes. Okay, so these are the basics of HTML, from where the HTML is dependent on. Now the first thing among them is HTML tag. If we are saying about HTML tag, now listen, anything that is enclosed within this angle brackets, it will be said as HTML tag. Now what is written inside this will be a tag, and these tags are predefined tags. You can't create your own tag. If in case you want to create your own tag, you have to study XML, which I will teach in my next video. Okay, so here you are writing H1. H1 is written in this enclosed angle bracket. So this is of course a tag, and each tag has an opening tag and a closing tag. Now H1, here it is with this tag. There is in the angle brackets it is written, and here with the slash it is written. So this is a closing tag and this is the opening tag. Anything that will be written inside this will be displayed in your web page. Okay. So this is the important thing about HTML tag. Now I am talking about HTML attributes. Now listen, as we have said, HTML tags are means the whole HTML is of course dependent on HTML tag. Now if I want to talk about HTML attributes, suppose here it was with the H1 means we are writing a heading. Now suppose I want some extra information. Now suppose extra information about any tag. Some tags require extra information. Suppose attribute simply adds additional information. Now suppose you want to insert an image in any web page. To insert an image, what you will to do? You have to give some location where your image is stored. You will give now some location that your image is stored here and the name of your image. Okay, so src is an attribute, since src is showing that the image name is mydog.jpg and this is the name. So image img is the image tag and src is the attribute. This is giving some additional piece of information to image tag. It is telling to image tag, basically src is telling to image tag that this is the name of the image. And alternative we can say alternative, or we can say alt attribute means that if we want some extra text to be written near the image, we will use alt. Now discussing about, I'm not going in detail about image tag because I will be discussing in my next few slides. So just think what is attribute. Attribute is simply, that is, if you see in image tag, src and alt, these both are giving extra piece of information to image tag. So we can say these are the attributes, and this is giving information, additional information to the image tag. So we can say attributes simply adds additional piece of information to the tags. Okay, so HTML is basically dependent on two things. One is tag and the other one is attributes. Tags are basically used to mark up the start of HTML element, and then it comes in angle brackets. However, if we are saying HTML attributes, so it contains additional piece of information for any tag. Is that clear? Okay. Now I am going to move to the next slide. So basically you are aware about what is HTML and what are the basics of HTML. Now we will learn what is the simple, how you will write a very simple HTML document, or how you will create an HTML page. Okay, so to create an HTML page, what you have to do is you have to open any text editor. It can be any text editor. For what I will be using will be Notepad. Then write the whole program, write this whole program. I'll explain it now. Write this whole program and then, okay, open your notepad, write this whole program, doc type HTML, then anything that is enclosed within this HTML tag and this closing tag. As I have said, each HTML tag has an opening and closing tag. So all the thing that is written between the HTML opening and HTML closing tag will be displayed on your web page. We can say as HTML is the root element of a HTML document. Okay. Now coming to head part and then coming to body part. There are two, again there is a bifurcation between them. This is your head part, okay, and then this is your body part. For we say that head part includes all the logical parts. Basically head part includes all the logical part and body part includes anything that will be written inside a web page and it will be displayed to you will contain the body part. Okay. Now if we are saying about head part, as I have said, head part includes the logical part and various head parts, head tags are said as title tag. See, you are writing a title and page title, it is displayed over here. The name of the web page, somewhere you can say the title is displayed over here. Now we are saying about script tag, we are saying about style tag. If I want to give some style to this, we can write in this head tag. Head tag basically contains the metadata information of the web page. Okay. So with what is the script? As I have said, there are various scripting language that we can use. So if you are writing about HTML, about JavaScript, about CSS, about XML, so we can write in the head tag. And head tag basically contains all your logical part. Now anything written in the body part will be displayed physically, not physically, will be displayed in this web page. Okay. Now we are writing H1, my first heading, and H1 has a closing tag, and paragraph, my first paragraph. And now this you have written in your notepad. Okay. Just simply open your notepad, write this whole document, write this whole program, and then save it with any name. With, suppose you are writing, this is the first program, that is p1.html or .htm. You can save it either by .html or by .htm. Clear? Now when you will run this program, you will run it with this program, you will be run directly to a web browser. It can be any web browser, maybe it is a Mozilla Firefox or a Google Chrome or an Internet Explorer, doesn't matter. But when you will run this whole program, it will be directly open on your web page. Okay, web browser, it will get, and this is the first web page that you have created. I guess I am very clear. To start an HTML document, to create a first web page, just open your notepad, write this whole program, save it by .html, then run it, and then you will know this is how you can create your first web page. Okay. Now the explanation. The first explanation was doc type explanation. Simply this doc type, it is a, you can't say it is a tag, it is simply a comment that shows how your document will be. Then second one was HTML tag. As I have said, it is the root element of an HTML page. All the HTML documents, all the web page tags will come inside the HTML. Okay. Now the third one is head. Head, I said it contains the meta information about the HTML page, or you can say it contains the logical part. Title specifies the title, which is shown on the browser web title. Somewhere I have shown you that it is shown over here. This is the title. Okay. Now next is body. Anything that is written, defines anything that is visible content on the web page will be written in the body tag. I guess I'm clear about all the tags, that is HTML tag, head tag, title tag, body tag. These are the basic root tags of the HTML that you have to use in your program whenever you write. Okay. Now next that is used, I have said that doc type. This is the very first line of your HTML document. Now if I'm saying that doc type basically represents which document type you are using. Suppose you are using CSS, suppose you are using JavaScript, suppose you are using XML. So this doc type is, you can't say it is a tag. It simply tells us that this is a doc type and this language, this is scripting language I am going to use. The syntax that is shown over here is doc type HTML. That means this doc type, this page contains all the HTML type documents, and in this way the browser will run accordingly. Okay, and this doc type is written only once and it appears at the top of the page. At the top of the page you have to write that this is the doc type, and it is not case sensitive. Clear? So the doc type means it tells the browser, represents what is your document type, and it appears at the top of your web page. Then it appears at the top of your page, and then it is not at all case sensitive. And of course it simply, this is how you will write. And if you're writing doc type HTML, it means it is HTML 5th version. Okay, so I guess you are clear about what is doc type, what is HTML, what is head, title, body, etc. Okay, these are the basic tags that you should remember. Since before creating anything you should be very thorough. What is head tag, what is title tag, what is body, what is doc type, what is HTML. Okay, now, so this was the previously I discussed that this is the basic structure. That was the basic structure of your HTML web page. Now I am saying about what are basic tags that you will use in HTML. Okay, so basic tags that you will be using in HTML will be, the first that I am going to discuss is heading tag. Now any document that you are writing starts with a heading. Now see, suppose I am writing over here, this is the heading, HTML basic tags. So for even in the same goes with the web page, you need some headings. So with the help of heading H1, H2, H3, H4 and H5 and H6, there are various size for the heading, and with the help of these tags from H1 to H6 we can write various headings in different sizes, and we have 6 levels of headings. Now how you will write HTML body, I have not mentioned here over head and title, but when I will teach you practical aspects and practical work, I will show how you will do it. Okay, HTML, then body, H1, then H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Now see, HTML has a closing tag, and this marks the start of a web page, start of an HTML document, and it marks the end of a HTML document. Now this is the body and ends over here. Now H1 includes H1 opening tag, H1 closing tag, H2 and H3 opening and closing, H4 opening and closing, H5 opening and closing, and for the same for the 6. Now H1 has the highest size of your heading. Okay, H1 has the highest size of your heading. H2, then H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6 has the minimum size. So these are the various heading tags that you will be using. Okay, I am clear. Now next is HTML paragraph. Now for the paragraph means what is paragraph? It simply starts with a new line. So to write any paragraph you will use P tag. Okay, this is how you will be writing P tag. This is a paragraph and ends with a P tag. Now listen, this is very simple tag, nothing much more about it, but as I have said that each HTML tag must have an opening and closing tag, but some exceptions are always there. If you won't put a closing tag for P, it's compulsorily not needed, but it is always preferred to write the closing tag. Okay, suppose you are writing P, this is a paragraph, and you don't write this closing tag, so it won't be a issue, it will simply run the program. But it is always said that it is preferable to use the closing tag. Why? Because suppose someone is using Internet Explorer, I don't think many people will be using, but suppose, so it may create some issues, since paragraph compulsorily don't need a closing tag is in the latest version of HTML. So it is always preferred to write with the closing tag. Okay, so this is how we will use the paragraph tag. Now next is text formatting. Now two tags I have already discussed. It is HTML heading tags and HTML paragraph tags. Now the next one is HTML text formatting. Now suppose you are writing something, you want it somewhere it should be very it should give some good look and feel. So if you want to apply some styles, some styles to our formats, to our text, we will be using formatting tags. The basic tags, suppose you want to make your text bold. So again, how you will be writing? It is HTML body, then in the paragraph, okay, then you are writing bold. This is B. For the bold you need B tag, that is in the angle brackets B, and this ends with a angle bracket. Okay, now then P, again paragraph, this text is italic, so it will appear in the italic. Now it is the subscript and it is the superscript. Now suppose you want to write somewhere in the web page, like some mathematical calculations you are doing, and you want to write log x base 2. So this base 2 should appear downwards like this. So for this you need some subscripts. So subscript tag will be as sub, and the text written between the sub opening and closing tag will appear in the back, will appear like this. So you will be using subscript. Now suppose you want to write x square, that is x to power 2. So for that you need superscript, and the tag that will be used as sup, and opening and sup closing. Then body tag will be closed and HTML tag will be closed. Okay, so for this text formatting, however, there are various still formatting text tags that I will be discussing later. So if you want to make your text bold, italic, subscript, superscript, you will be using this. Okay, now next, formatting elements. Now listen, if you know, now some of the extra tags that I'm going to teach you is strong tag, italic, emphasized, mark, small, del, that is deleted, and then insert. Now listen, when you write something, strong tag, strong again has an opening and closing tag. So when you write something in a strong tag, it means you are saying it that this is, it will appear in the bold format. And of course, for if you compare the bold and strong tag, they both are same, their working will be looking as the same way, but more emphasis is given to the strong tag. More emphasis is given to the strong tag. Now if I am saying about italic, italic it simply appears in this way, italic, and in the same way italic will be appear. Now if I am writing emphasized text, emphasized text will also appear in this italic format, but it will have more emphasis, it will have more weightage, or you can say it will have more importance. So we can use as emphasized text. Now small means when you write small something in small tags, the text will appear a bit smaller. If you write deleted tag, the text will be crossed. If you want to insert, you will write insert tag. Okay, so these are some of the formatting elements. Formatting element tags: strong, italic, emphasized, mark, small, big, delete, insert. If I am saying about mark tag, suppose I want this HTML to come in some colored format, or this to be colored, so you can use as mark, and then this HTML will be colored format. Okay, students, don't worry, just after this I will be teaching you the practical how you will do it, then you will be able to get it, then you will be very clear about how you will be doing. And make sure that after getting all the videos about this tags, make sure that you do it by your own, and by your own at home. Okay, these were the formatting tags before I have discussed. Now I am going to discuss about HTML styles. Now, simply if something is written in just simple way, it will, and it don't have a very good look and feel, it of course doesn't look good. So we have to use some style so that it must look good. So and one more thing, style is not a tag, it is simply an attribute, as I have already discussed. Tag is a different thing, and attribute simply adds some additional piece of information to the tag. Now see this program, I am writing HTML, then body, and body close HTML. On the HTML we are writing style. Now this style means what will be the background color, what can be the font size, what can be the size, what will be the background color, what will be the foreground color. This shows the style. The style attribute simply gives this extra information to your web page. Okay, so now here you are applying to the whole body, means you are applying to the whole web page. So if you are writing body style background color powder blue, so it will convert your whole web page into light blue color. Okay, and then paragraph and heading body close. When you will run, this will be applied to your whole page. So this is one of the style attributes that you can apply on your web page. Okay, now second thing is, if you are writing style attribute in body tag, that means it will simply show you about the in the whole web page it will be reflected. But what if you want it in simply the respective single tags? Suppose you want your heading to come in the heading to have a different background color and your paragraph to have a different background color. In that case, you will be writing h1 style, and now style attribute is added where in the heading tag. H1 tag you are writing style background color powder blue, and then this is a heading and you are closing it. Okay, now suppose you are writing paragraph, then paragraph style background color tomato, and this is a paragraph. When you will run this, now this will have a different color, this will have a different color, since you have applied your styles on single tags. Okay, now next important thing is HTML basic tags. May again we are going to tell about the style. Now in the previous one you have used the background color of this whole heading Now if I want my this text to be to my heading text to appear in different color, and then my paragraph text to appear in different color, so we will write again h1 style then color blue, and it will appear in this way. Okay, in this way we can use different style for we can use style attributes. Okay, now if I want to align the text somewhere, everything can't be appearing from left side or everything can't be appearing from right side. However, if we want to align our text, we will be using text align. Again, it is one of the elements of style attribute. Okay, h1 style is equal to text align center, and then centered heading, and then html heading tag is closed. So here what you are seeing, that the text will be aligned in the center. If I am writing text align left, it will be aligned left. If I am writing text align right, it will be aligned right. So this way we can align our text. So you are seeing, if we want to change our color, we can get our color change. If we want to change the whole background, we can get it changed. All these comes in look and feel, and this can be changed with the help of style attribute. Okay, now these were the basic tags that I have discussed, that HTML formatting tag, text tag, paragraph, headings, and then style attributes, how to change the look and feel of our web page. Okay, now comes the HTML image tag. Now suppose if I want to add an image in any HTML page. To add an HTML page, we have to use the tag img, that is in the angle brackets, that is img. Okay, now one more thing that usually we say in a web page we have, there is an image. No, we usually embed and we usually link it. There is nothing like yes, we have inserted an image. We simply link our images to that web page. Okay, to link that image we have to give the location where your image is stored. Okay, so for that you need two different attributes. Again, what are attributes? Attributes are additional piece of information that is required to provide to the tag. Now when you will write src, src simply gives the path of the image, and then alt, it simply gives an alternate text for the image. Okay, now img image, it is the tag. src and alt is simply, they are two different attributes, and they are simply telling where your image is stored and what is the alternate text that you can use for the same. Okay, now coming to how you will use the image tag. Listen, now you are having a doc type HTML body. You are writing in paragraph p smiley. Then now look carefully, very carefully. img src is equal to smiley.gif. Now this is the location where your image is stored, and this is the name of your image. Source declare the image name and the location. Alt smiley face, this is the alternate text you want to appear, so it will appear alt. Okay, now width, it is 42, and height, width and height is still other two different elements that we can use, and then the paragraph is closed. body tag is closed and HTML tag is closed. When you will run the image will be appearing on the web page. Okay. Now listen. Something we can say as nested. What is nested tag? When a tag comes inside another tag, it is called as nested tag. I guess everyone have studied nested for loop, nested loops, this. So nested tag means one tag inside the another tag. So this is a basic image tag that you will be using, and for the image tag img will be used. src and alt will be the two different attributes that you will be using. Okay. Now again an important tag. As we know, when you are creating a website, in a website, just a single web page will just a single web page doesn't create a website. You need many web pages, and all these web pages are linked with one and another. To link these web pages, we have to create a hyperlink. So to link one page to another, we are using HTML anchor tag, that is A. We are using A. Now, href, again, A is the anchor tag and it is a hyperlink. It links one web page to another web page. Now again, href is equal to, what is href? It is again an attribute and it defines the destination page. What will be written enclosed in this double quotes will tell that will be used to define the address of the file that will be linked. Okay. href is the attribute and anchor tag A will be the tag. Okay. Now anchor tag HTML anchor, then again anchor tag, that is doc type HTML body, then in heading. Now come over here. href, then you have written let's visit to BBD University website. We are writing https://www.bbdu.ac.in and then close. Then we will write visit BBD University. Then anchor tag will be closed and paragraph will be closed. Now when you will run this page, this is how it will appear. This HTML link is of the heading part, and this visit BBD University, this is the paragraph that it will appear, and this is the link. When you will click over here, you will be redirected to the website, that is bbdu.ac.in. Okay. So in this lecture, I have basically taught what is HTML, then what are the basics of HTML, what are the different basic tags with the different text formatting tag, different styles, image tag, anchor tag in this and many more. So now these were the theoretical. I have not done the practical over here. In my next video I will be doing the practical. Do watch that video, and after that make sure to do this at your home by your own. Okay students, thank you.